Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards, because Commander's number one. I'm one of your hosts, and I'm your host, Daniel. Sorry, I'm tired today. Tired. I'm one of them. I'm here with Sherman. Sherman, how are you doing?
Tired as well. It's finally over. Winter is finally over.
Yeah, for today, I'm sure. We'll see.
Yeah, and then like an hour later.
Yeah, it's been very up and down. How have you been doing and making out in these cold days?
Cold days, you know what? Like I'm like hoping that like everything stays warm and then it gets warmer, like yay, and then hay fever season kicks in. I'm just like, no.
Yeah, that's where Slothy's off this weekend. He's not feeling too good for it and stuff. I don't know. I work in the cold. I like the cold. Everything's normally cold. That's for me. I'm blessed with that. Yeah, my weekend was a bit of a bummer. We had a family member pass away, so not as we've kind of said, we're all kind of getting up to this age and stuff for at least our group and everything like that. Not Slothy. Slothy's still a baby. He's a sweet baby angel. But you and I are getting around that time where it's like that. So normally we like to do like a double, and today we're not gonna do a double because Slothy's not feeling good, and I gotta go do some of that stuff. But anyways, on more positive news, the Strixhaven stuff is kind of just more and more cool. Like I said, I don't hate the set. I just don't like that the set didn't follow. I wanted it to be Strixhaven 1. I wanted those cool like alternate guild things. Didn't feel I got them, but there's undoubtedly good cards in it. And this is one of the ones that I had been looking at and wanting to build too. So I'm really glad you put a list together for it. Do you want to quickly just, I hit the like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. It really helps us out. Go over to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. Go to Nerd Gear, promo code IT99, nerdgear.ca. You're going to get great stuff at both of those places. And let's just jump right into it today. We'll give the sponsors a bit of a longer talk later, but let's jump into what it is, because this is such a cool commander, and the deck is the set is full of really cool ones. We've got our Tam. So tell us about Tam a little bit.
All right. So you know me. When a new set comes out, I like to try to play with some new mechanics, test them out, see what they're like and everything. And Tam is just one of those. It's just like they're not overpowered, but at the same time, it's something that is going to be cheap. Everyone can get access to. I decided to have a little fun with it too, but Tam's Observant Sequencer is for 2 and a green and a blue. Legendary creature, Gorgon Wizard. It's a 4/3. It has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, Tam becomes prepared. So prepared is the new spell. So while it's prepared, you may cast a copy of its spell. Do so and prepares it. Oh, okay. The prepared spell it has is called Deep Sight for a green and a blue. It's a sorcery speed. You draw a card and you gain 1 life. Simple. Very, very simple. So we could go landfall, hands down. We didn't do that. We could do a bunch of other shenanigans. We didn't do that. It's me. I like my jank. So I made it so that every single spell I have in here must have the word draw in it.
Oh, so this is an all draw deck.
Yeah, everything has to say draw on it at some point in time, except for the lands. Lands, obviously I can't, right? I can do some, but not like, I need basics.
I really quick before, like, I want to say it is super easy to look at this and go, I'm making a landfall deck. But I also agree that you don't go a landfall, right? Because you have the ability to have this draw engine just on landfall. That's your trigger is you can gain your life. You can do that. So making just a straightforward landfall deck, that's what everyone's kind of expecting. And it does seem, I don't know, a little boring. You might want to be able to play 1 or 2 lands, but that's not really a landfall trigger, I'd say, right? Like that's.
No, it's not. And like, we want to have fun, right? It's fun to be unpredictable. It's fun to see people play like a commander where you're just like, oh, I didn't see that going that way, and that's just something that I like to do. I like making stupid, silly decks that are bracket 1, bracket 2.
Yeah.
It's bracket 3. I barely touch bracket 4 because I don't care for it.
Yeah, I just like to play Magic. I don't really care. I don't care about all of that stuff. Exactly. But like I do, like some of my favorite commanders are they're always commanders that have a draw enabling mechanic from the command zone. Love Selvala for like an example of it. That's more of like a group hug one. But like any of those things that like let you draw and let you do stuff like that, I find make a really, really cool deck. And again, drawing a card and gaining a life on 2 is a really easy thing to just have reliably, just to spend your extra mana, because you're in green blue. It's easy to get lots of mana.
100%. It's so easy. So you're in ramp colors, you're in, interactive colors, stuff like that, right? Especially green. Green, you have so much like, play an extra land, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. So
I do want to say I am in love with the uncommon commanders. I think that they just keep putting so many gems in the uncommon spot. Like the dragons are undoubtedly cool. They're great, but
yeah. The dragons are cool. All the like the mythics and rares for that stuff, they're fairly cool. But like, playing with power is nice, but sometimes you just get so bored of it, right?
It's fun to have like the unpredictable. Again, there's nothing wrong with wanting to play that. Like I said, I'm going to probably build every one of the Elder Dragons if I can find them. All these animals keep buying them all. Leave me one, please.
Yeah. They're so expensive.
The only one I've built in paper so far is Shadrix, and it's a really, really cool deck and stuff like that. Like I said, not Shadrix, Silver Quill, it's Shadrix, but the only one I'm going to build them all. Like I said, just my dislike of it's not the first Strixhaven doesn't change it. There's cool cards in this. So anyways, we're going full draw. We're very, very budget. We're $90 in this deck.
Yeah, which is kind of amazing for one of my jank decks, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, $90 for a deck that functions is cool. So let's I was going to say too, yeah. Did you say functions? That's funny. Let's start with our ramp here. We have, oh wow, that's a mouthful. Bugenhagen, Wise Elder, 1 in a green for 1/3 human shaman with reach. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, draw a card. We tap, we add 1 mana. Oh yeah, I forgot the draw theme already. I'm like, that's cool. We already have draw.
Yeah. Remember, every single spell out that we have in here must have the word draw in it somehow, in some way, shape, or form. All right. I don't care how, it must have it. So the next one's going to be Commander Sphere for 3 mana. It's an artifact. You tap for to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. You can sacrifice a sphere to draw a card.
Yep. We have our Eureka moment next. We've got 2/1 green, 1 blue for draw 2 cards. It's an instant. You draw 2 cards. You may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield, which is going to prepare a commander every time.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't count how many times you have to say draw in this deck. Huh.
That's fine. we'll get used to it.
Yeah. That's one thing I did not consider. Okay, the next one's going to be Explore for 1 in a green. It's a sorcery. You may play an additional land this turn. Always nice. And the side benefit is you draw a card. Do you have a name for this deck already? Playing for a draw.
Playing for a draw is good. I was going to say call me an artist because we're about to draw. Playing for a draw is great. Especially if you do force the game to draw with something like a fascination. I like it. Next, we have one of my favorite cards that ever exists, and I put it in so many decks, and it's a wonderful piece that's great for the table. Jirapori. 4 colorless. Each player may play an additional land on each of his or her turns. Wonderful. And at the beginning of each player's upkeep, if they have no cards in hand, that player draws 3 cards. I like it because it's group hug, it's extra draw, and it punishes people who play interaction. Leave your hand empty. Get your 3 extra card draw your 4th card. Get your hand. I don't want none of the counterspell stuff. Get it out. Get out of there. Enjoy your draw. I'm trying to help you. Yeah.
After that, we have Growth Spiral for a green and a blue. In an instant. Draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Yeah. I like it. We have Lessons from Life, which is one of the TMNT cards. So 2, a green, a blue. Draw sorcery. Draw 3 cards. You may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. That's a decent draw spell, actually.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Like it's a better Eureka moment in a sense. Just because the Eureka moment is in this one sorcery, I still don't care. The next one after that is going to be a Mind Stone for 2 mana. It's an artifact. Tap for a colorless, and you can tap 1 and tap it to sacrifice the Mind Stone to draw a card.
Yeah, Mind Stone's always great. I have to go back to this Lessons from Life card. I was just reading the flavor text. It's unironically like kind of some of the best advice for Magic that you can play, printed on a Ninja Turtles card. But it's everyone's got their own strengths. Lita, you may never know what you never know what cards I might play. Instead, focus on what you know and never doubt your choices. I like this. It's the Turtles playing Magic too. I really like that set more than I thought.
Like First off, that's a great quote.
It's
Second of all, like,
pretty good, right?
they try to do their best. Like they try to do their best for like all the sets. Let's just face it, right? But like with like the Universes Beyond, even though people hate it, they know that they get extra flack for it, so they try. I like to believe they try a little bit harder to make it like a an exceptional set if in their or try to push like to make it a really good set because there's like so much hatred for Universes Beyond sets.
It's kind of funny to self-reflect on it because I'm like, I don't like a lot of the Universe Beyond, but I don't play a lot of the Universe Beyond stuff. I don't play Fallout. Like I don't watch Walking Dead. These aren't like my thing. So I'm like, it's easy to be like, these suck. But I do like the Ninja Turtles. I've got for anyone who knows me, like in real life, I have 3 little brothers, believe it or not. Yeah. We play games like Ninja Turtles because there's 4 of us, right? Anything that had 4 of us was like that's kind of the game. We can't do Power Rangers unless we call one of my brothers a girl, and that's just bullying my brothers, So
yeah.
I'm way too big to be the Pink Ranger. I'd never fit in the outfit. It would never work. But so we just as kids, like we always like played. So I no, it's one of the first Universe Beyond sets that I was like, you know what, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. We'll see. I'm sure they're doing Marvel and stuff like that. We'll see how I feel that after. But anyways, back to the cards in the deck. Sorry, I really liked that. It was the Turtles Play Magic. We have On the Trail. It's 1 in the green for an enchantment. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, very easy to hit. You may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Awesome.
It's so good. It's like if you get this, you're gonna go off.
It's a card that I already do wish there was a reprint of because it's only from the its only reprint is from the Commander deck, I believe, right?
Yeah, it came from the Commander from the Murder of the Markov deck.
Yeah, the Commander one, but it's such a cool card.
Yeah. The next one is gonna be Rites of Flourishing for 2 in the green. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Each player may play an additional land card on each of their turns. So we're group huggish in a sense. We have the Rites of Flourishing. We have the Girapur Ori. We're just telling people we're just drawing cards and playing lands. We're not doing anything. We're not a threat.
Yeah, exactly. It is group hug. We have our Scale the Heights next. Another sorcery, 2 in a green. You put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. You gain 2 life, which is what we're doing already passively. You may play an additional land this turn. Awesome, and you draw a card. Missing a land drop in this deck would almost be difficult, it seems. It seems like it's a challenge to not play lands for the turn.
Yeah, like it's like you're gonna be playing a lot of lands just because you do want that landfall trigger because you want to be prepared and everything. So it is what it is. But like once again, like you make these stipulations, you make these restrictions because it forces you to be more creative. Like, how do I make this actually work? So what removal spells do I have that have like card draw in it? It's not much. There's like not many board wipes that do that either. So, but the next card we have here is going to be the Sad Robot, Solemn Simulacrum, for 4 mana. It's an artifact creature that's a golem that's a 2/2. When this creature enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. When this creature dies, you may draw a card.
True. Oh, and now I love the next card. We've got our Zimone Quandrix Prodigy. We have a green and a blue for a 1/2 human wizard, legendary creature. 1 in a tap, you can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped, which is wonderful. 4 in a tap, draw a card. If you control 8 or more lands, draw 2 cards instead.
Yeah, we'll definitely get there.
Okay. Our next section here we have is card draw triggers.
Yeah. Normally my second section, as you guys all know, is like card advantage, but we kind of have that everywhere.
Yeah, so this is the stuff that cares.
Card draw triggers. This is one of the sections for card draw triggers. So the first one is going to be Baxter. Fly in the Ointment for 3 and a blue. It's a legendary creature, insect mutant scientist. Woo! That's a 2/2. Whenever Baxter enters or attacks, each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it gains fly until end of turn. When you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Baxter.
It's actually a pretty cool card.
Yeah, that was from the Turtles Precon.
What I'm saying, that deck is full of cool legends.
It's a really cool deck if you're gonna like buy it and split it up.
It's
I
the
played it.
I was gonna say I've never seen it played, but I've never wanted to rip a deck apart into like 20 other decks. There's so many cool legends in it.
Yeah, there's so many cool legends, and like I've had it, people play it against me. I've played it myself and everything. Personally, as a whole, like it just out of the box, I don't like it.
I feel like with
Like
so many legends, it's doing too much.
it's not just that there's so many legends; it's that you're in 5 colors, and like they have color fixing, but like you're it's all over the place because each color wants to do something different.
Yeah. Like I said, it's such a good pull apart. Like this Baxter would be just a fun deck to make in general.
Yeah,
Like a 1/1 counters blue deck. We have Chasm Skulker in really cool artwork. It's 2 and a blue, a Squid Horror 1/1. Whenever you draw a card, you put a 1/1 counter on this creature. When it dies, you create X 1/1 blue squid creature tokens with Island Walk, where X is the number of 1/1 counters on this creature. It's such a good board wipe deterrent.
I always forget about the island walk.
Yeah, the Island Walk is a problem.
Yeah, it is. It is. The next one I can't even pronounce. Clinquant Sky Mage. Let's go with that. For 3 and a blue, it's a creature that's a bird wizard at the 1/1, and it has flying. When you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Nice and simple.
Yeah. We have Jace's projection next. 2 double blue for a 2/2 wizard illusion. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Jace's projection. And then 3 and a blue, you put a loyalty counter on target Jace Planeswalker.
We do have Jace Planeswalkers in here, so that
relevant.
is kind of
Okay.
useful. The next one we have is going to be Kiani, Corrupted Memory for 2 and a green and a blue. Legendary creature Illusion, that's a 2/2. As long as its power is even, you may cast non-creature spells as though they had flash. As long as its power is odd, you may cast creature spells as though they had flash. When you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature.
That's actually cool.
It's a fun one. This one's another pre-con one.
Yeah. I like this a lot. You could alternate commander with this if you wanted.
100% you can. 100%.
Yeah. Next here we have our Krang the All-Powerful. This is 4 and a blue. If a player drawing a card causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to that's sick. Triggered ability to trigger triggers an additional time. So we have Draw Harmonicon, Panharm Dronicon. I don't know. Whenever a player draws their second card each turn, you put a 1/1 counter on Krang. That's wicked.
Yeah.
And that's 2 every time. So that's sick.
Yeah, it's 2 every time. And then like since we have so many like draw triggers, yeah, it's kind of useful.
Well, yeah, I could just see this being again, even if it didn't put the 1/1 counters on it, but like this is going to be like a 20/20 easy.
Yeah.
Because with even just like the Rites of Flourishing we have it, right? If everyone draws their second card at the beginning, like you on your turn, you're going to get Krang. So it's 5, 7. It's like 11/11 by the time it comes back to your turn.
Something silly, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a problem.
No, it's not. We're a jank deck. We don't know what we're doing. We're having fun.
Again, that with the squid as well, just the whenever you draw a card, double 1/1s on the squid. That's cool.
Yeah. The next one we have here is going to be Lore Scale Kotal. Going to be 1 in a green and a blue. Creature, snake that the 2/2. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Hey, another one.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad at all. Now we have Nadir Kraken. 1 double blue for a 2/3. Kraken, obviously. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on it and create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token.
I love this card. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And then our last one here is going to be One Throw Page. So for 3 and a blue, it's a creature that's squid that's an illusion, that's a 1/2 and has flying. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's it.
Yeah, simple. But again, that's these flyers are big problems.
Yeah. So
Especially
they're going to get big fast because every time you draw a card, they're going to get a counter.
Especially if you're dropping Baxter down when you have Krang as like a 30/30, whatever he is.
Yeah, it's stupid. But that's the thing, like like you draw on your turn, you're drawing on other people's turns. You don't care. They just get bigger really fast, right? And like you joke around, you tell everyone like, this is just a jank deck. Everything must have the word draw, and people are like, oh, that might be a problem. Like, not really. Like, how many and you play mind games. Like this is what I used to do with my book Tribal back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, you're in mono blue, you have a counterspell. I'm like, name a single counterspell that has a picture of a book in it.
Yeah.
And they're like thinking. And there are. They just don't know what they are.
If you're committing to a bit, you must commit to the bit.
Exactly. Whether they actually know I actually have one or not, that's besides the point. You just cause them to like think and be like second guess everything and be like, oh, you know what? Don't worry about it. You're passive. You're a jank deck. You're not going to have anything like that synergize as well, right?
Yeah. I like this. I was laughing about the name of your second. What about second draw triggers? I like this too. Let me start us off here. We have Alandra, Sky Dreamer, which is such a cool card. 2 double blue. Legendary creature, Merfolk Wizard. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you create a 2/2 blue Drake creature with flying. So it's like Talrand, but better. And then whenever you draw your 5th card each turn, Alandra, Sky Dreamer, and Drakes you control get XX till end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand, which is a great finisher.
I love the card. Yeah. They need to reprint this card. It's such a good card. Holy smokes.
Yep.
The next one, I personally really, really love, and I hope they do reprint this, although I doubt they will. It's going to be Detective of the Month for 2 and a blue. It's a human detective. That's a 2/3. It has Ascend, so if you control 10 or more permanents, you get Slithy's Blessing. As long as you have the Slithy's Blessing, detectives you control can't be blocked. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. This is such a fun card.
I gotta scroll up to Krang. This deck has made me. I gotta take a picture of Krang here. This deck has just made me want to build a Krang deck. Oh, you've just made a monster now.
Krang is fun. Like the Krang from the main set is also really fun because it has like affinity for artifacts and.
Yeah, that one's a problem. That one's a big problem. Next here we have our Emrakul's Messenger. It is 1 in the blue. Eldrazi Fairy Rogue, 2/1 devoid. So no color, flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn with sack to add a colorless.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of those.
Yeah. Which, you know what? I was thinking this deck needs a bit more ramp. I don't think there's enough way to get lands out, so it needs a little more ramp. So
yeah.
So Emrakul's really fills the spot.
The next one is going to be Ethereal Investigator for 3 in a blue. It's a spirit that's a 2/3 and it has flying because it's a spirit. When it enters the battlefield, investigate X times, where X is the number of opponents you have. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying.
Yeah. All right. We have our Fairy Vandal next. 1 in a blue for a 1/2 Fairy Rogue with flash flying. And whenever you draw your second card each turn, you put a 1/1 counter on Fairy Vandal.
After that, we have a Homunculus Horde for 3 in a blue. It's a homunculus that's a 2/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a token that's a copy of this creature. The key is each turn. So if we're drawing a second card on each opponent's turn, we get another one as well.
Well, another one that makes another one, and then they make too many. I love this card.
It's a fun card. It really is. It's for $1.50. It says $1.50 here, but in reality, it's more like a $4 card.
If you can find it,
it's worth it. It's worth the money.
I've got to say, we're not very deep into the deck, and I love this deck already. This is very cool. I like it's all of it. I'm already like, I got to build Baxter. I got to build Krang. I like this.
Fun deck. Yeah, it's a fun deck because like one, it's budget. 2, it's jank. 3, like you're doing something that you always want to do, which is draw cards and ramp.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So you're never really faltering when you play this. You're always going to practically have a good game. Whether you win or not is a different story, but you're always pretty much going to have a good game.
True. We have our Jace, our first of the Jace Planeswalkers you mentioned. Jace, Arcane Strategist, 4 double blue for Legendary Planeswalker Jace that starts with 4 loyalty. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Good. +1, draw a card. Great. -7 creatures can't be blocked. Big problem.
We might get there. We might not.
Again, just as an every turn draw engine is good.
Yeah, 100%.
And like you said too, really quick, that is another each turn. So if you draw each turn, you're good.
Yeah. The next one we have is going to be Joel Rail. The last name I can't pronounce, Recluse, for 1 in a green. I can never pronounce that one. Legendary creature, human druid, that's a 1/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/2 green cat creature token. For 4 double green, until end of turn, creatures you control have base power toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand, which is going to be a lot.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times, even if it's just a 7/7, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. We have our Mantle of Tides next, a 1 blue mana artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+2 whenever you draw your second card each turn. Attach Mantle of Tides to target creature you control. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a free equip, so it's nice. It swings around, right?
Yep.
It's also nice because like you can do it as a combat trick if need be. Because like if you draw your card on your turn and then you attack and someone's like blocking it, like like if we bounce, you can like cast something like an opt, and then draw a card, and then like that's gonna be your second card. So then you can move this equipment over.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Next one after that we have is going to be a Mischievous Mystic for 1 and a blue. It's a human wizard at the 2/1 that has flying. We have a lot of flying in this deck, which is really, really nice as well. So whenever you draw your second card each turn, to create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying.
Yeah. The next card I've never seen. I think it's really cool.
Because it's from Aether Drift.
That is probably why I haven't seen it. It's a Thopter Fabricator. It's really, really cool. 2 and a blue. The flying, it's an artifact vehicle with flying, 4/4. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying, and you can crew it for 2. I would never crew this. I'm just trying to make Thopters.
Yeah, it would be nice to crew, but you don't have to. Like so like if you have things like the Mischievous Mystics, like from the previous one we were just talking about, and you have the fairy, right? Or you have like a couple of fairies, you can just crew it right away, and send this in.
It's also a big blocker sitting there, right?
Yeah, it's a 4/4. It's pretty good. So for crew 2, it's pretty good.
Next we jump into some card draw.
Yeah, some actual card draw.
The deck was missing card draw.
The first one I like is like one of my personal cards that I like to play with a lot. I found this a long time ago when I first built my Locust God. So it's going to be Credit Voucher for 2 mana. It's an artifact. For 2 and a tap, you sacrifice the Credit Voucher. Shuffle any number of cards from your hand into your library. You draw that many cards.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
It's a really, really interesting card, especially if you tend to have like more like no max hand size. I just tend to have like a lot of cards, and we all know when you have like, let's say like 10 cards in your hand, a bunch of them are going to be dead cards. You might as well get rid of them and see what else you can get.
Cards you don't need, or like you have 6 lands in hand, right? Because you can't play that many lands.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like this. Next we have our Curse of Verbosity, 2 and a blue. It's an enchantment or a curse. Enchant player. Whenever enchanted player is attacked, you draw a card, and each opponent who attacks them does the same.
I normally like to put these curses on myself, to be honest. But due to the fact that we have like a bunch of creatures where it says like, every time we draw a card, it gets a +1/+1 counter on it. Most people tend not to attack you. So this time, like, I would play this on someone else. But normally I would put this on myself.
True.
Especially if I have something like a Fog Bank or, something that can like, block and take the damage. Like, hey, if you attack me, we both get to draw cards. I can block. There's no damage that gets dealt to either of us. We just get free card draw. Just do it, And then you just go around the table like, hey, I still have my Fog Bank up. You can attack me too. And then we both get a draw card.
Yeah, but at a certain point, you got to stop letting you draw, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm here to help everyone. The next card we have here is going to be Deep Analysis for 3 and a blue. It's a sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards. It also has Flashback for 1 and a blue, and you pay 3 life.
Yeah, that's worth it. We have our Everwatching Threshold next, 2 and a blue. Whenever an opponent attacks, if they attack you and or a planeswalker you control, you draw a card. A lot of ways already to trigger that second draw trigger or the draw on other turns too.
Yeah, it's really nice for that. The next card is going to be your classic Folio Fancies for 1 and a blue. It's an artifact. Players have no max hand size, so everybody loves you. For double X, so XX, you tap it. Each player draws 6 cards. Also awesome. This is the next part is what people hate. For 2 and a blue, you can tap it. Each opponent puts a number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library into their graveyard. So they mill the amount of cards they have in their hand.
One of my favorite win cons. It gets left alone.
Quite a bit. Yeah. you get left alone for a long time until you threaten that, and then people kind of take you out.
Well, that's the thing. If you just passively use it to help everyone draw at the end of, like, right before it goes to my turn, you know what? Everyone draw 3 cards. Everyone draws 4, but then you get enough mana, and then you hit somebody with everyone mills, and you either use it to win or you use it to, as you said, we're playing for a draw. Everyone loses.
Yeah, everyone loses.
But we're all having fun, so everyone wins. Next, we have a Frantic Search, 2 and a blue. It's an instant. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, untap up to 3 lands.
And then we have a Ghostly Pilfer for 2 and a blue. It's a creature that's a spirit rogue. That's 2/1. When the Pilfer becomes untapped, you may pay 2 mana. If you do, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card. Discard a card. Ghostly Pilfer can't be blocked this turn. Do we care about that last ability? No, we only care about the middle ability.
Yeah. Well, yeah, commander alone, just you cast your commander, I draw is great.
Yeah.
Next, we have our second Jace, Jace Belern. 1 double blue. Another legendary planeswalker. Jace starting at 3. +2. Each player draws a card. Cool. -1 target player draws a card. Pretty much always going to be +2, right? Yeah. And then -10. That's party Jace, yeah.
Yeah. It's party Jace.
Yeah. And then -10 target player mills 20 cards. I've never used that ability.
I have people that attack me just because they're worried about that. I'm like telling them, like, I will never, ever do his ultimate because I have Folio Fancy, so I don't care.
Yeah, this is just so everyone's drawn. We're all having fun. Group hug.
Yeah. I just want everyone to draw. I'm all about playing for the draw.
There you go.
The next one is going to be Kefnet the Mindful for 2 and a blue. Legendary creature, God. It's a 5/5. Flying, indestructible. Kefnet can't attack or block unless you have 7 or more cards. And for 3 and a blue, you draw a card. Then you may return a land you control to its owner's hand. Keyword is may, so I don't have to. However, since my commander has landfall on it, I do want to do this.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a nice way to just make sure you can do that ability.
Yeah, so it's just a nice bonus in a sense.
Yeah. We have Laquatus's Creativity, 4 and a blue. Target player draws cards equal to the number of cards in his or her hands, then discard. That's hilarious. That's a great card. Target player draws cards equal to the number of cards in his or her hand, then discards that many cards. That's really funny. There's a lot of times that would kill me.
Yes. This is, in my book, Tribal, my favorite card in that deck is this, because it kills people out of nowhere, because you're going to have those people that, like, have the Ristic study, and, they're like, oh, I get to draw so many cards, and you throw this down, and you hope they don't have a counter spell, but still.
I'm a greedy player. I always want, like, my whole deck in my hand, so.
Yeah, a lot of people do, so even I do, and this just adds to it. The next card is going to be Loyal Drake for 2 and a blue. It's a Drake that's a 2/2. It has flying, and it has Lieutenant. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control your commander, you get to draw a card.
Yeah. We have an Occult Epiphany. X and a blue for an instant. We draw X cards, discard X cards, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying for each card type among cards discarded this way. It's a wonderful last-minute blocker card.
It is. It is really, really nice. Next one we have after that is going to be Pull from Tomorrow for X double blue. It's an instant. Draw X cards, then discard a card. Gotta have it. It's such a powerful draw spell.
Yeah. And we end our card draw section off with Tatyova, Benthic Druid. 3, a green, and a blue for 3/3 Merfolk Druid. With landfall, whenever land enters under your control, you gain a life and draw a card. Also, another card you could just put in the command zone.
Yeah, it's like your commander, so you can switch it up constantly. Like, I've been playing a lot of decks where, like, I can switch out commanders if need be.
It's nice to be able to play them a little bit differently and pick basically how you want to, right? Because Kian will probably be your lowest powered one. Town will probably be your... Tatyova might be your middle power one because you're not a landfall deck, so...
Yeah, so it's not a big deal. Like, I have another deck where I have 6 commanders in it, and you have to roll a 6-sided die to figure out which one you're playing so you can pull it out, right? And each one corresponds to how many pips there are in the
cost?
Casting cost.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Our next section is interaction.
Yes.
I don't like it.
I love it. Interaction. You guys know it. You guys love it. Well, I love it. You guys might not. But first card here we have is going to be Dressed Down for 1 in a blue. It's an enchantment. It has Flash. When Dressed Down enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card. Creatures lose all abilities, and at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice Dressed Down. I like this card as a surprise gotcha for a lot of people that play Indestructibility.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, if you're trying to board wipe and you cast your own heroic intervention, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Now that you lose a hexproof and indestructible, yay!
We all have no creatures now. Yeah, Dress Down's cool.
Yeah.
You don't see Dress Down enough. Next, we have our Heritage Reclamation. 1 in a green for an instant. You choose one. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Withdraw a card.
Yeah, it's really hard to find interaction that has draw a card on it.
I will say the draw card interaction section having 10 cards is pretty interesting.
The next card here is going to be In Too Deep. It's double blue. For an enchantment that's an aura. It has Split Second, which is really cool to see on an aura. Enchant creature, planeswalker, or clue. Enchanted permanent is a colorless clue artifact with 2. Sacrifice this artifact. Draw a card and lose all other abilities.
It's gross. That's a gross card.
It's not in the reminder text. It counts.
That's gross. That's a gross card. We have our Inspiring Call next. 2 in a green. Draw a card for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it, which passively will actually be a lot. And those creatures gain indestructible until end of turn.
An actually very useful card in our deck.
Yeah.
Because we do have 1/1 counters. After that, we have Into the Royal for 1 in a blue. It's an instant. Has Kicker for 1 in a blue. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If this spell was kicked, draw a card. Yes, I know it is the same card as Blink from an Eye. I just want one of them. I don't want both because I like to switch it up.
That's fair. That's fair. We have an Introduction to Annihilation. 5 colorless for a lesson. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller draws a card.
And after that, we have Canriff's Transformation for 1 in green. It's another enchantment aura. And when it enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a green elk creature with base power and toughness 3/3.
The fact that you get to draw a card with Kenris is the thing that really rubs salt in the wound. Because if it didn't have that, it's still a very playable card. It nukes their commander and stuff, but it's just really quickly. Sorry, before I need to draw my card. Like I'm still getting the card advantage while you lose what's most precious to you on the battlefield. Like it's cruel.
Like that's the thing. Like the fact that you're replacing a removal effect with another card draw. It's just perfect, right? It's just
and
so
annoying removal because people don't run enchantment destruction a lot.
Yeah, and it's going for your commander 50% of the time. So
yeah, hate it. Next we have our Paw Patch Formation. 1 in a green. It's an instant. You choose one. Destroy target creature with flying. Destroy target enchantment, or draw a card and create a food.
And then another next card is also a really fun combat trick. Poison the Blade for 1 in a green. It's an instant. Target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. Draw a card. I like casting this on people's creatures that are blocking something that's big for a chump block.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, it has Death Touch. Yay!
Yeah, using it on someone else's creatures, diabolical.
Yeah. It's when someone attacks someone and with their commander, let's say, and they don't have enough damage to kill them, but then you cast someone like Berserk so that you double their power, and then they kill that one player, and then they lose the commander because it has to be sacrificed at the end. It's just fun stuff like that.
Or again, you use it on something like, I just need my attack trigger. I'm playing Ishan. I just need to attack. Just chump block with your goblin. Or you know what I mean? And it's just I give the goblin Death Touch. Now you lose your attacker.
Yeah.
We'll play Ishan at my table. Then we have you find the villain's lair. 1 double blue. It's an instant. Choose one. Foil their scheme. We counter target spell. There's a counter spell of the book. We got there. Or learn their secrets. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. I like it. This is a cool deck. I would strip this. I would strip this whole interaction section. Put more. I'm gonna say more card draw, but it all has card draw. So I guess I can't really say anything.
Because technically that's right. We have card draw.
You got me there. That's normally what I would do. Is I would just put more card draw in.
Yeah, but it is card draw.
So I can't say anything. We get to our utility next.
Yeah. utility section. This is our last section before we hit my traditional maybe board. So
Okay.
6 cards left, 6 cards to go. First one's gonna be Communal Brewing for 2 and a green. It's an enchantment. When Communal Brewing enters, any number of target opponents each draw a card. Put an ingredient counter on the brewing. Then put an ingredient counter on it for each card drawn this way. Whenever you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with X additional 1/1 counters on it, where X is the number of ingredient counters on Communal Brewing. Ooh, that's a long one. So yeah, everyone's pretty much gonna say yes to drawing the card. So everything's gonna come in with like +4/+4.
Yep.
So it's just the way it is. Unless like someone's dead, then it's gonna be less. But normally, from what I've seen, every single person always draws a card, and you're always casting a creature that's coming out with additional +4/+4 at this point in time. So might as well just throw it in.
Well, exactly right. Next here we have a high score. It is 2 and a green. If one or more it's an enchantment. If one or more 1/1 counters we put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures you control.
It's like the hardened scales that we need. We can't put hardened scales in here because hardened scales does not say draw on it. So next card we have here is going to be Key to the City for 2 mana. It's an artifact. Tap. Discard a card. Up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn. Whenever this artifact becomes untapped, you may pay 2 mana. If you do, draw a card.
Yeah. A nice way to also get a creature through if you really need to at the end.
It's better, yeah, especially since like we have creatures that are getting really big really fast because every time we draw a card, they get the counter, right?
Yeah, so, they just passively get huge.
Stuff like this. Yeah, they're going to get huge.
Next, we have our Primal Empathy. 1, a green, a blue. At the beginning of your upkeep, it's an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power among creatures you control. Otherwise, you put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control.
After that, we have Shapers of Nature for 1 green and a blue. Creature, Merfolk, Shaman, that's a 3/3. For 3 and a green, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Nice. For 2 and a blue, remove a 1/1 counter from a creature you control. Draw a card. So you're basically saying 3 mana, just draw a card, because a lot of creatures we have is like, oh, remove a count. Like every time you draw a card, you get a counter, right? So you can remove that counter and put it back if you need to.
Just another draw engine. But again, also passively, you just have so much mana left over, right? That it's easy to hold it up pretending you have interaction and be like, I'm going to put 7 1/1s on this Baxter.
Yeah.
Or on your commander, right? You can realistically get 2 commander damage pretty easy with the number of counters you can put on things.
Oh yeah, 100% you totally can, and like, we do need those mana sinks from time to time. Like we do have like a few abilities that require mana, but our focus is to get a lot of card draw, not miss our land drops, and just keep on like throwing things down constantly, right?
Passively getting blasted by like a 30/30 TAM because you have a Key to the City in hand and you put it down after making it like pumping all your mana is hilarious.
It's really, really fun for that. And no one really sees it coming.
It's TAM to die. And then, you hit them. No one wants to play with you, but you kill them. Next, we have TAM to die. Next, we have Zagana, Utopian Speaker. 2, a green, a blue. For 4/4, Merfolk Wizard. When Zagana enters the battlefield, if you control another creature with a counter on it, draw a card. Easy. 4/1, green, 1 blue. Adapt 4. If this creature has no 1/1 counters on it, put 4 1/1 counters on it. Okay. Each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it has trample. That is good utility.
It is super good, super awesome. It's fun. So yeah. So that's basically the deck. The land section, in all honesty, not much going on there. Just cause like I have like your Karn's Bastion to proliferate. I have a Rogue's Passage. I have a Reliquary Tower because we're drawing a lot of cards. We kind of need it. Nothing major, in all honesty.
You've got you have an Alchemist as well, Alchemist Refuge, which is a nice way to, if you have mana, just use your commander ability.
Yeah, it's really nice for stuff like that. They do need to reprint that a little bit more. To be honest, it is a good card.
Yeah.
But if we scroll down, we have my traditional maybe board, 10 cards, and like usual, the maybe board costs just as much as the whole deck.
That's funny, yeah.
Showing everyone once again you can still build a deck for this amount of money, or you can put in pricey cards.
Yeah, well, you can also. It's really easy to just upgrade to these if you want, right? Like if you want to, or you have some of these cards sitting around, a great spot for them.
Yeah.
You want to start us off?
Yeah. First one we have is going to be Alhammer's Archive for 5 mana. It's a legendary artifact. If you would gain life, gain twice that life instead. If you would draw a card except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. I really like this card, but it's not in here because we're drawing so much, we actually do run the risk of running out of library and just, decking ourselves. So it's not worth it for that sense. And yeah, it's a risk, later on, like we can put in other things where like how can I say it? The problem with the archive, okay, is that like you'll have like big spells time to time, such as the Laquada's creativity, right? And it was like target player draws cards equal to the number of cards they have in hand. If you target yourself, okay, you have like 10 cards. You're drawing 10, you're discarding 10. But now, like with the archive, you're drawing 20 instead. Sure, you're discarding 10, but you're drawing 20. But that you've gone through 30 cards at that point in time that you know of. We don't even know what turn we're at, right? So like there's a good chance that like in one more turn we might mill out. So it's just not worth having this in there, in my opinion. We can throw it in, but you never know.
True. We have a Danny Pink as well. Danny, I always enjoy playing with this card. It's 3 and a blue for a Human Soldier Advisor, legendary creature 4/3 with Mentor. Whenever it attacks, put a 1 on counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. Creatures you control have whenever one or more creatures are put counters are put on this creature for the first time, each draw a card. It's really, really fun.
Yeah.
It gets out of hand.
After that, it really does. It really does. After that, we do have a Lab Maniac. So you can put in a Lab Maniac, you can put in like a Thassa's Oracle, you can put in a Jace, some sort of win condition where like if you draw a card and you have no more library, you win the game instead. I normally don't play with these cards, which is why it's in the maybe board. So if you want to play that way, go ahead. I'm not gonna, say like you're a horrible person or anything. I just personally don't like winning that way because it's just meh.
That being said, a Thassa's in a deck like this isn't the problem with Thassa's. Like Thassa's a reasonable card in a deck like this. If I just draw my deck by drawing my deck, then that's very different than being like I exile everything and play it. Next we have Lila, Holographic Assistant, 3 and a blue. It's a legendary artifact creature, Illusion Advisor, 2/2. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1 on counter on target creature. That's just a good card.
Yeah, I can't find it though. That's the only problem. So
I probably have a bunch of these.
Oh, then I need one from you.
What's it? What's this from? The Spider-Man?
It's from the Spider-Man.
Is it the box set?
Yeah, or no, not the box set. The whatchamacallit, the beginners ones where like people come in and like almost like a jumpstart kind of deal.
Oh, okay, maybe I don't have this one. I'll have to look because I have a lot of the Spider-Man stuff right now. I think
it makes me thinking of like Lady Octopus instead.
I'm not thinking of anything. I haven't gone through all those cards. I've got so many to sort, but I just know I have a lot of Spider-Man stuff right now.
The next card we have is going to be Min, Wily Illusionist for 1 double blue. It's legendary creature, gnome, wizard. That's 1/3. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 blue illusion creature token with this creature gets +1/+0 for each other illusion you control. When an illusion you control dies, you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to that creature's power from your hand onto the battlefield. This should be nice. This should be a no-brainer. This is my commander for book Tribal because you see like the book on her left leg. The only problem is this card was only printed once.
You can't find Min.
It's really hard to find. That's why it's in the maybe board.
It's a very fun commander to build around, though. Like Omniscience with Illusions is really cool.
Is. Yeah, and like just like my book Tribal for it, like finding cards that have books in it. Like you can see from the list, from the pictures and everything, a lot of them have books or paper in the artwork and everything. That's because I already have prior knowledge on how to do this.
Yeah, you've already been looking. You've been cooking this one up. Next year we have our Polywog Prodigy. It's 1 and a blue for a 1/3 frog wizard with evolve. Whenever a creature you control enters, if it has greater power or toughness than this, you put a 1 on counter on this creature. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell with mana value less than Polywog Polywog Prodigy's Power, draw a card. That's great.
Yeah, very, very, very strong card. Really, really fun.
Really cool
Next
artwork.
one is, the artwork's so good. I got a foil version of this. I'm just like, just drooling over it.
That goes hard.
Next one would be Props Edit Tick Memory, something along those lines. I can't pronounce today. Whatever. It's for 1 in a blue. It's a legendary enchantment. When this enters the battlefield, draw a card. You have no max hand size. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've drawn more than 1 card this turn, put X11 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn minus 1. So, if we draw 5 cards, we're going to get 4 +1/+1 counters. Can this go crazy? Yes. Does it go crazy? Not really. Playtesting this, it seems like a great card. It works 50% of the time.
True. I like the no max hand size on it, but again, you kind of already have enough.
Yeah, we don't really need it. Like something like this, I would throw in something like in a Locust God, just because you tend to draw a lot of cards. That deck is made for drawing. This one's just a jank draw. So
I run this in. Can't even think of her name right now. It's the discard. Whenever you discard for the first time, you draw that many cards.
Riel. Starts with Riel. Yeah.
Yeah, Riel. I run this in Riel, and it's huge in Riel because I'm throwing my hand away and drawing like 15 cards a turn.
I still think Riel at that time was still the wrong card to make. Like, I think it's still broken. It's besides the point.
It's one of my strongest decks. It's what I blitz high power tables with all the time, because the benefit you get from like throwing, like, again, like even as I always talk about, a Winds of Change. You throw a Winds of Change away and stuff like that. I have 7 cards in hand. I'm drawing 7 more, and then I've got 14 cards. And then with this, I've got a lot of cards that way. I'm sitting there with 14. Riel's now like an 18 something. It's very easy to blitz people with. Riel's so fun. I love that. I should do my Riel deck at some point. I think you built a Riel too way back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Riel's sick. Next, we have Teferi's Puzzle Box, one of my favorite Chaos cards. It is 4 colors for an artifact. Beginning of each player's draw step, that player puts the cards in his or her hand on the bottom of his or her library in any order, then draws that many cards. It is. I was going to say it's really great to shuffle things around that way, but I see why it's in the maybe board. It's kind of not what you want specifically, like in the deck, right? Like, it's not doing your theme.
Yeah. Yeah, like it fits the theme of the deck, but the fact is, like, with decks like was jank decks, especially, you have to plan things out in order to do really well or succeed.
Mm-hmm.
The Teferi's Puzzle Box just throws a huge wrench in everything, and then you can't plan anything at all.
Yeah, it's a big disruptor.
It is what it is, but it's just not worth having in. Next one is going to be Thrasios, Triton Hero. For 3 and a blue, legendary creature, Merfolk Wizard at the 1/3. For 4 mana, scry 1, then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put that battlefield onto the battlefield tap. Otherwise, draw a card. It has partner, we don't care. I don't have Thrasios in here because 1, I don't have Thrasios 2. I can't find Thrasios 3. It's expensive as crazy.
Yeah,
it says 25 here, but it's not.
I was just looking. I was like, Thrasios for 25 is still pretty pricey.
Yeah, but it's still pretty pricey. Like, it's Thrasios, so
I was gonna say it's probably still eaten up by the CDH community. I don't play much CDH anymore, so I'm out of the loop on the meta and what people are doing. But I assume it's still played there. It's just always passingly good.
Anything where like I can see anyone playing like blue green where they play with infinite mana. Like, this is like a requirement, like not a requirement, but like it's like almost like a staple because it's so strong. You basically like get whatever you want.
Yeah, right.
So,
and then our final one here we have is Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. The fall of the price of Uro should be studied. It's crazy. Down to a $5 card from Glory. But it's 1 a green, a blue for an Elder Giant 6/6 legendary creature. When Uro enters the battlefield, sack it unless it escaped. When Uro enters or attacks, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Then you may put a land from your hand on the battlefield, which is awesome. Then its escape is double green, double blue, exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. That's a cool card.
I do like Earl quite a bit. I do play Earl, but yeah, it's just it doesn't really go well in this deck, I would have to say.
My problem is I don't like the escape mechanic. Just make this a 6 mana card and let me have fun.
I actually personally like the escape mechanic quite a bit, just because I do play from my graveyard quite often. So
Nah, not me. I want all of my cards at all times.
yeah, this is coming from someone that doesn't even like using things like collect evidence.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! So like, I gotta tell you this real fast. So one of my favorite board wipes right now for everyone to hear real fast. Okay, is called Deadly Cover Up. Okay, it has like, let me just look it up just to make sure I have it right. Bear with me, everyone. Let me just give this to Daniel at the same time. Then check it out in the chat there. But this is one of my favorite things. I've been throwing this into like every single one of my mill decks lately. So Deadly Cover Up, 3 double black. It's a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may collect evidence 6. Destroy all creatures. If evidence was collected, exile a card from an opponent's graveyard. Then search its owner's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them. That player shuffles, then draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. This is so much fun well, not fun, but mean when someone's like playing a deck, it's like a monocolor, and it's like, oh, okay, so you're like mono white. All right. Mill, oh, there's a plains in your graveyard. Fine. I'll get rid of like 6 like CMC cards in like graveyard. I'll exile them. I'll search your whole deck for every single plains, your graveyard, your hand, and your library, and remove every single one of them. You can draw your cards. I don't care.
I am looking at that, and it doesn't say non-land. And it's also a hilarious, like you lose all your planes, and now I'd like you to draw 25 cards.
Yeah. So, and like that's the thing, under the rulings, even the first ruling it says, it's like, unlike many other effects of this kind, Deadly Cover Up allows its controller to exile a basic land.
What kind of animals are making these rule texts? That's really, really funny.
The fact that they state that, I'm just like, okay, you guys know people are going to do this. I'm like, might as well just throw it in and have some fun.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But yeah, so side tangent aside, that is the deck.
Yeah. I think this is a very cool deck. Like it's nice and budget. It's very, very easy to jump into with kind of what you're doing. And it's very easily upgradable. That's what I like building decks that are more of shells, right? So it's nice to see but this one's just made me like want to build a mono blue Krang deck, obviously. So that's what I'm going to do later. And this has got like so many cool cards in it for it. Like the Laquatus's Creativity is such a wonderful card. I'm just doing a quick scroll through. Like this is fun. I like this deck idea a lot. Like this is the kind of stuff I like to sit down and see.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I like making decks like this. It's like slightly janky just because every single card has to have a draw. So like, you're forcing your opponents to think. If they want to interact with you, how do they interact with you? How big of a risk is it? They're not used to seeing like being able to think on like what cards that they've seen that has certain your restrictions, right? So like what kind of removal is there that has draw a card? What kind of counter spells? There's a lot of counter spells that have the ability to draw a card. There's things like dismiss for like 2 in double blue or something like that, or 3 in a blue, counter target spell and you draw a card. There's stuff like that. Okay. But like it just gets to the point where like do people know what you're playing? Can they plan around it? And the fact that you're doing stuff like this actually makes it more difficult and actually makes it entertaining, which is why I like playing jank decks. It's just no one can really predict things. So, but yeah, that's about it. And
yeah, I like it. I say we wrap it there.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, well, there's my button. Thank you guys for getting through this one. I want to know what you would put in a deck like this. Like, would you go a landfall route? Are you going to build something like this? Because I would use this to draw a lot. It's a cool deck idea. Like, share, subscribe. It really does help us out. It supports us. It makes it so more people see it. We can do more things like that. If you want to go above and beyond, like, share, subscribing, come over to Patreon. It's a nice place to build, chat and make decks. We've got really, really nice people on Patreon, lots and lots of awesome friends I've made over there. So come check it out. And it's just always nice. We really appreciate all of the people who support us there and everyone who supports us in general. But the people who support us there, they're the best. Above and beyond that, if you guys want a discount on any cards, go over to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. It's going to give you a discount at checkout. Supports a great business. It supports us. It's wonderful. They got great stock. And if you want cool places to put your commander decks, like your sleeves, your new playmats, a playmat sanctuary for all your stuff, or like any of the commander trays, the dry erase tokens. Nerdgear.ca is going to have all that stuff. Promo code IT99 is going to get you a discount. And yeah, that's it. I've fit too many words into one thing, so now we just let everyone have a little music and we relax. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
All right. Laters. Kind of nice.